DJ Youngnut. If he ain't playing, I ain't staying.
It's Shawn Harvey featuring Senny J along with our co-host Barbi on Comedy World Net Radio.
Hey guys, it's Barbi from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. This is Senny J from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Catch us on Comedy World Net Radio. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Smacking you in the face with the classics. It's DJ Youngnut.
Lonely people,
AWOL DJs.
lonely. All right. Thank you, Youngnut. We truly appreciate you. Let's get into this. All right, God bless you guys, each and every one of you. It is a weird Wednesday, guys. It is Wednesday, May the 11th, 2022. It is, hold on a second. Give me a second. It's 5 minutes after the hour. Welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. With the Wake Up Team, that's Senny J, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. The chat room is wide open. Please call in 570-982-6950 if you want to call in studio and talk to us. We appreciate you for that as well. The show is sponsored by Comedy World Network. Thank you so much for you guys over there on all major podcast platforms. Thank you so much, guys. Come on in and join the room and like and share the show. We appreciate it. We're on YouTube this morning. Please go to our YouTube page, subscribe to the page, like it, you get notified. Social media, we're on all social media platforms, every single one of them. Facebook this morning, go to our Facebook page, like the page. The Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team business page, like it, and you get notified when we go live. Thank you. Join our group, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team group. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys over there. Special shout out to all our creepers, everybody online that listens to the show. I want to give a special shout out to you. This is the only place where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth, guys, where you get your morning started right. Senny J, good morning. God bless you. You looking well before I turn the cameras on. You look well with the cameras on or off. I'm about to turn them on in a second. Good morning, Senny, and how are you?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. It's a weird Wednesday, and we have a great show for you today. So I want you guys to stick around. It's the only place where you get your morning started right.
And since it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right, please, guys, if y'all don't mind, before we get into the show, share the page, share the show. I'm about to share the show myself, so we're gonna have a good time this morning. Now, Senny, on a weird Wednesday, see, you're not gonna believe this.
What am I not going to believe, Shawn?
Coming up within the next 30 days on my first wedding anniversary. Let's clap for that.
Whoa! Yes! Already in like a month, right?
Yeah,
June
well,
12th?
June 12th.
Yes! See? Look
And-
at that.
And
Ew.
time is flying.
Ew. So
And-
you guys are still in the honeymoon phase, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's
How long is the honeymoon phase for?
I don't know. 4 months, 5 months. I don't know. I don't know how long. I don't know if there's a timetable on that.
I think it's the first year.
But I think we're super excited about that. So, but I bring that up because I know we have something. In planning, my wife and I, we had a small wedding. You were there, it was in the backyard.
Yes, it was beautiful.
Thank you. It didn't cost a lot of money. We didn't do that whole thing. It was sort of just like one of those family. Everybody got together and bought bought things to the wedding. We had one of those weddings, but in the plan and it's
No,
still,
you had it catered.
Yeah,
I didn't bring anything.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
bought a
it just seemed. Yeah, thank you. And my whole
haven't used it.
and my whole yeah, we haven't. And my whole thing is like, even with the. And I'm not minimizing that great day. It was a beautiful day, and it'll resonate in my head for the rest of my life. It did cost it did cost a few dollars. I mean,
I can imagine.
we were
you had a party.
Yeah, we had, we try to keep it to the bare minimum, but that still is a lot of, was still money involved. And there was some stress in planning this wedding. That was, and for me, who I think I don't know if I'm an event planner, but I think I can qualify to plan events.
You helped plan some stuff for
Yeah.
the wedding?
No, I mean just in my everyday job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you produce comedy shows.
Yeah, so that's planning.
You're a producer, yeah.
Yeah, but this whole wedding thing was something different. Now, we had our stress in the wedding, in the small wedding, planning it. Tanya and I, we went back and forth. There was some nights we grappled with each other and argued about certain aspects of the wedding, which I think is normal.
Right.
And I bring all this up because I know you have an interesting story to tell us about groomsmen and weddings and who to invite and who not to invite. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate you on a Weird Wednesday. We got a rocking show for you today. So even with the minimum cost of the wedding that my wife and I had, there was, like I said, there was still some stress. There was some anticipation. There was some decisions, because you get to find out who people really are when it comes down to making decisions.
Yeah.
Even for myself and even for my wife.
Right.
So it all worked out and everything's good, and I'll keep you guys updated on the countdown to my anniversary. But
Are you guys going to do something? Do you have something planned?
I got something. I think I got something planned for her.
Shawn is the best. He's always doing something for Tanya. Yeah. What was it, last year, a couple years ago, he did leading up 10 days of gifts up to her birthday.
Yeah, I did a lot.
Just buying flowers just because.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Going on trips.
Yep.
Like, Shawn, I wish you would just write a book on how to treat a lady.
No, I can't. I've been in 78 relationships.
So sweet.
Cindy, I don't qualify.
And you're funny.
Cindy, hey.
And you're caring and compassionate.
Hey.
That's all you need.
Senny,
and accountable for yourself.
Senny, listen.
You did the work, Shawn, and now you're reaping the benefits with Tanya. Such a wonderful person.
Senny,
And you just got a dog.
calm down, bro.
All you need is a picket fence. I'm just so happy for you.
Well, thank you, but Senny,
and so happy
whoa.
for everything that you're doing.
Senny, I want the hating Senny. I don't like this Senny.
envious.
Don't-
My
don't-
gillet is a little full. I have a
what?
little acid reflux, so
Senny.
I'm emptying it now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just really proud of
Well,
you, Shawn.
a lot-
I'm just so happy for you
Well, thank
because your life is like a fairy tale.
No, whoa. Knock it off. It's,
You're over here getting money. You're performing. You're smiling all the
okay,
time.
All right. Let's knock it off.
This man has no problem.
Yo, take it easy.
You know?
Take it easy. Take it easy. Now,
Give me some of what you're taking.
Now,
Nothing but gloom and doom over here.
no, Senny.
It's truly amazing, Shawn.
A lot of it is perspective, Senny. You know, I'm at a certain age as the Jesus countdown is happening, so I'm trying to clean up everything and take personal inventory before the Jesus countdown. So that has a lot to do with it too. Now,
Not the Jesus countdown.
we all do. We all have
Trying to
it.
get right with the Lord.
Now, Senny.
It's all good at the Harvey house.
God bless.
I'm going there for dinner.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, Senny.
You guys share the show.
Yeah, please share the show. So, Senny, in this whole wedding situation, like I said, there was some stressful moments, even in a small wedding plan like this. Senny, you have a story we want to talk about. We got a new segment, guys, we're going to get into, and we'll title it later. But
We'll title it later.
we want to get into.
That's what we should call it. We'll title it later.
We'll title it later, right? And welcome to the show, guys, and good morning to everyone in the chat room. God bless you, man. Like and share the show. Senny, speaking of weddings, and I just wanted to, just make that a lead in as for what you're about to talk about with the dramas of relationships, weddings, commitments, and just people working together. So, Senny, I'm going to sit down for a second, and Emily, and we're going to enjoy what you got to say.
Not
So
sit down for a second.
everybody, let's clap for Senny J. Put the clapping emojis in. Thank you. God bless.
No, well, for anybody listening, since we're talking about weddings, I mean, it's not really a story. It's a situation, and it's basically this woman. It is the day before her wedding, and when they're having their rehearsal dinner, everybody's coming together and meeting some of these people for the first time. And she realizes that one of the groomsmen that is in her husband's wedding party, that she had slept with him before. Now, we're not really sure how long ago this was, but I'm assuming it was, not recent. And she doesn't know if she tells her husband or not. And it's the day before her wedding.
The bride goes to the rehearsal, and the
rehearsal dinner, right?
The bride goes to the rehearsal dinner. All the groommen are there, and the bride slept with one of them.
Yes.
And the question is, does she tell her future husband this? That's what you're saying?
Yes. Or should she just keep it to
Or
herself
should she
and
keep
just
it to herself?
keep it moving? The anxiety.
Now,
I have heartburn.
Now, before we get into the show, God bless. We appreciate each and every one of you. Father's Day Iron Mule is going down. My man, the unbelievable funny Hamburger will be in the building. HBO Def Jam. Yeah, HBO Def Jam BT's legend. Hamburger from Jersey will be Hamburger.
Do you know the story behind that name?
No, I know I'm gonna have Hamburger call in.
Yeah, please do.
He's hilarious.
Because I have some questions.
He's from Jersey. Hamburger be in the building. That's a Sunday night last. That's June the 19th at the Iron Mill. Doors open up at 5. Showtime 6. Now, and also, wait, one more thing, Senny.
What?
Just give me one. Everybody, Like and share the show for 2 minutes, please.
Not like and share for 2 minutes.
Please. Okay, and on June the 26th, we had the Shawn Harvey Morning Show bowling, a charity bowling event with in conjunction with Pretty Confident. So we have a busy June, guys, and then we also Senny going to bring in one of the. We had the bowling for graduate for the last charity event, and we're going to bring the students in at some point and give them their prizes and.
That's gonna be so nice.
That's gonna be nice. So we would love for them to come in. I guess when school's out, when does school? When is school over in Lehigh Valley down here in Easton in Pennsylvania? So we bring the children, bring the kids in.
It's like the beginning of June.
Yeah, right. So we want to bring them in and we want to honor them. Now, so Shawn Harvey Bowling Tournament with Pretty Confidence. That's June the 26th at the Bar Dunn Lane. That's 3600. I gotta get the address. I'm sorry. And then AI Mill on the 19th. So we got a busy June. Now, and there's some show announcements that I have to make on this show as well for this show to move forward. We got some big exciting news for everyone. Now, now, Senny, and welcome to the show. God bless everybody in that chat room.
God bless.
The bride goes to the rehearsal dinner, and at the rehearsal dinner, one of the groommen's there, and one of them she slept with. Wow. So then there's a different bunch of scenarios in. Okay. Was it a one-night stand smash? Was it a relationship? Was it an old boyfriend? Now, let's just break it down. Now, if it was a one-night stand, whether if it was a relationship, which I don't think it probably was, because maybe the groomsman would have known that. He would have told the groom, like, yo, like say if they were in a relationship. Or maybe he didn't. Like say, hey, listen, me and Cynthia, let's call her Cynthia. So me and Cynthia, we were in a relationship like 7 years ago, 5 years ago. We're cool with that.
I think if they were in a relationship, it would have been easier to explain. But my whole thing is, you go through I'm like, well, what? My whole thing is, if it were me.
Hold on, before we get to you. Pause. Hold your thoughts. Wait a minute, before you get to you, hold on. Now, I'm for sure that there are women out here, all of you, some of you, that have smashed someone, right? And went to an event and saw that person there. And you might have been with somebody else. But maybe it wasn't a big deal. Maybe there was just a minimum smash experience, and y'all just kept it pushing. There's no feelings there, and I'm for sure a lot of you women have been in that scenario. And men, but let's keep it with the women. And it was just something where you had to immediately share this information with the person that you was with at that moment. Because it really wasn't nothing. Maybe you got with somebody, because I'm speaking for myself. I've been in rendezvous for Senny J, some sexual escapades for 1 or 2 times, and then that was it. Everybody went on about their lives.
Wow.
So sometimes, if you ladies, put a number 1 in the chat room if you ever went to an event or somewhere and there was a person there that you smashed, but it was no big deal for you to tap the shoulder of whoever you was with and say, yeah, that's what we was in a little thing together.
Thank God that never happened to me, because my armpits would be dripping.
You sure that's never happened to you?
Never happened to me, knock on wood. Okay.
Well, you need to live a little, Senny. So then if that's the case, that's appropriate behavior to me. Now, if the relationship was a little more than what it was, right? And you feel internally in your soul like, oh, wow, Craig's here. And me and Craig was dating. And the man that you would at that event say, well, what's up? What's going on with this? I think that maybe it might be appropriate to say, be honest, and go ahead and listen to me and Craig, we dated back in the day. Because I think you should share that information, because you don't want to make the other person look like a freaking idiot. There's nothing wrong with that as well.
And I also think it depends on. I think you have to know your man, and know, because some men cannot deal with that. They will just be like, like you said, that movie that plays, they cannot accept it. And, of course, it's always based on the circumstances, but I'm assuming that this is just a little light smash, because to me, I would want to see how your man is acting. Like, did you go through this whole dinner and he hasn't said anything? Because obviously there's nothing there. So if you don't say anything and I don't say anything, then okay, let's just leave it at that.
Well, here's the issue. Now, there are some of you. But
it's like integrity comes into play, and it's like.
See, now, here's the issue.
Here's
the main issue. Now, you said you've never been in this scenario, and I sympathize with you. Like I said, you need to live a little. My whole thing is this. It's the degrees of smash as well. Because, I'm not speaking for y'all. I'm only speaking for me. But most of you women out there, God bless you, you have ran into a slong, right? That put it on you, right? You've had sexual encounters with men that socked it to you, right?
Yeah.
And
let's go back to that.
And you'll never forget that guy, because that guy did everything he did, fulfilled your whole sexual desires, right? Physically, mentally, and spiritually. What if it's that guy? Now, what if that guy is at the event, right? The super slong guy. That when you see him, it triggers something in you. Like, whoa, that guy bust my ass, right? So there's different categories of sexual relationships. That do you share it or not with the other guy before we get back to the wedding thing?
No.
Before we get back to that, because I say this. If Shawn Harvey had an introverted smash with some chick one time, just say one time, it was whatever, right? I'm just throwing a scenario out there. And I'm with my lady, and we're at an event, and we did this one smash years back. It didn't mean nothing. For me, I don't think I'm going to sit there and go, hey, honey, back into 15 years ago, I smashed her. I don't think I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do that at an event, or after an event if it's nothing.
Yeah, but if it's something you want to share.
But if they are connected to you now, if this person that you smashed, that was the best smash, one of your best smashes, and she turns out to be your wife's friend or associate.
True.
You might
have to
want to say something.
So there's different categories of this.
Or do you? I don't know.
Now,
I don't want that feeling of if it comes up. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know you found it out for me. But if you know that your man is somebody that can't take that, then you have to deal with the fact that this might be the end of your marriage before it even started.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're dealing with a man that the world doesn't revolve around this particular man.
Yeah, that means your man has to be battle tested. Y'all have to have gone through like a couple fights.
Not only that, but I'm for certain that the women have previous relationships before meeting this man that can't handle this news.
Yeah, if if it's one of his groomsmen, it's one of his boys. It's one of that's my homie.
Right, we're gonna get to that. Right now.
Fast forward. That's the situation.
Now, fast forward to this situation. Let's. We did a preamble on it, right?
I'm weak.
Now let's fast forward to the situation. The bride walks in, and guys, want to take a quick break. We'll be right back. The bride walks into the rehearsal party for the wedding, and one of the groommen is there, and she smashed him.
They smashed, right?
They smashed. Again, let's go back to the levels of smash. Was it that one of those best smashes she ever had in her life kind of a guy?
Was it a
drunken night kind of one-time situation kind of guy? Even though they still know each other, even though the groom knows the groomsmen know the groom. The bigger question is this. What if the groomsmen pulled the woman over to the side and said, yo, why don't we just keep this to ourselves? You see?
No, I'm not doing that.
So
I'm not gonna do that.
okay. So if you see this guy that you smashed, he did you dirty too. He dragged you all over the place.
Not dragged me all over the place.
You got dragged on this one. Matter of fact, let me go first and then you finish out.
What?
I'll tell you what.
Okay. Ooh, these ladies are scandalous in the chat.
We read the comments in the chat in a minute. So if I walked into the, what is this? Rehearsal party.
Rehearsal dinner.
Wedding tomorrow. Weddings tomorrow.
You guys did the rehearsal. You having the dinner.
Oh my God.
Tomorrow is the wedding. This is the first time
thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, this must be some type of destination wedding because everybody's coming in one thing. We doing everything one. It's a whole weekend.
Right.
We doing everything one day.
They all went. Everybody flew to Cabo.
Right.
Everybody flew to Cabo on the west coast of Mexico.
Right. Nice little beach wedding.
There. We at the resort. Everything's included. It's festive. Senny, if I walked in there and I saw a woman that I smashed the day before the wedding, do I tell my future wife and we're getting married 12 hours later, 24 hours later?
Yeah, and this is one of her bridesmaids.
This is one of her bridesmaids that she loved to death.
We don't have to throw that on it. It's her bridesmaid. I mean, of course she loves her to death. She's asking her to be in her wedding.
Before I give you my answer, I got to go through the different scenarios of the smash.
What is the difference? It doesn't matter the level of smash.
Yes,
y'all smash. That's
me,
just it.
For me, it does. It does because
and
back in my day, I was a whore. Wait.
No, but you know what? I
might have smashed a chick and forgot.
But let me ask you the question because to me, women are different in receiving that type of information than a man would be. So my question to you would be, as a man, would you want to know if Tanya, God forbid, had smashed one of your groomsmen? You didn't have any groomsmen.
Exactly. That's how I keep it real like
right,
that.
That's how you know.
That's right. So
would you want to know that information? And it's the day before your wedding. Would you want to know, or would you rather her keep that to herself?
Hold that question for a second. Pause.
What? That's the question.
So now, I'm taking personal inventory of myself. I'm taking personal inventory of all the sescapades in my life.
Yeah.
There might have been situations where I might have smashed a woman I don't even remember, or I didn't know. Or I looked at her and go, where I know you from?
And she's
we was in the shadow. We smashed in the shadow?
Yeah, remember that night?
Remember that night?
In the bathroom?
In the bathroom? Yeah.
The first stall?
Right.
We locked
and
the
we
door.
were drunk.
We broke the toilet.
We went into the boom boom room. Now I'm starting to remember. Oh, girl, how you doing? How you been?
Stop.
Do I tell my wife or my future wife that whole situation? This is what I'm saying. There's levels to this. Now, to get back to your question, if Tanya smashed the groom, I would want her to let me know that. Will I continue on with the wedding? And will I continue on with the way I feel about this person?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to the door, go, yo, you smashed my wife back in the day, right? You nasty mother. The vagina's mine now, so knock it off. And matter of fact, as friends, we cut the F off. You're done. Let's enjoy the wedding. We in Cabo, 75
You gonna cut him off, Shawn?
Cut him off.
He ain't coming over for Thanksgiving?
I'm not going to look at him.
Yo, Shawn, I'm in town. I just want to know.
Nope.
I just want to know if I can slide through, bro.
The only guy I could probably deal with on a regular basis with any woman is probably a baby father. I knew that a baby father was in the vagina for obvious reasons.
Right.
But just the randoms, nah.
He was a random.
After the wedding.
He was a random one-off.
After the wedding, we're done. I'm not going to feel a certain way. No. We're going to turn up. We're going to have a good time. And I'm praying to God that, because would ease the pain a little more if that groomman who smashed my wife is in it helps a little that he's in another relationship. His lady's there, they're in love, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So then it's like this whole love fest.
Nah, your man's is still single. Still out there doing him.
Word up. He got the Luke Cage look.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, sorry, bro. I wouldn't if I would have ever known.
That's right. He'd have been like, yo,
He's one of those, Shawn. He's like, yo, put me on her bridesmaids, though, bro.
No doubt. Yeah, he has to go. He has to go after the wedding. We're done. Because you're not going to be the running joke. And there'll be
He's never coming back.
He's never coming back.
Okay.
So
well,
now
cool.
back to if I would tell my wife, and then you close out. We find out what you say, and then we'll read what they're saying in the chat room, and then you have the final word. Now, if I walked into a room, what is it? The wedding party, the wedding dinner rehearsal, whatever it's called.
Right.
And there was something in there that and shout out to my mother and everybody. They listening to the show. God bless.
Hey, Mama Harvey.
My mother's in the Poconos. I'm going to go see her.
Oh.
Tanya and I are going to drive up there.
See her.
Tanya and I is going to drive up there.
Of course.
Thank you. And all her people is listening to the show, my aunt and all of them. Thank God for Jesus. Now, will I share this information with my wife if I smash one of her, what they call the bridesmaids?
One of her bridesmaids.
Yeah. The day before the wedding and we in Cabo.
Right. Seeing her for the first time.
We spent 20 stacks on the wedding. Everybody flew in, right?
Light, yeah.
Light 20. And that was light. We got the bare minimum. Right. We didn't even get the steaks.
Everybody get chicken.
Everybody got chicken. And one shrimp. And 2 biscuits.
Right.
Senny J, before we get to your answer, this is mine. As much as my moral compass tells me no, I have to share this information. Regardless of what type of smash it was, I have to share this information. Yo, and I'll go a step further probably. I would say to my wife to be, or I said, listen, maybe you might want to have that discussion with her. Because I'm staying out of that. But I want to let you know that your friend Cynthia, we smashed back in the day at the Shadow or whatever club it was. And we had this little rendezvous for a little bit. I gave you the information. I love you to death. Wedding's going to be on and popping. But you need to know this. And from this point, you handle it from there. I'm not going to talk to her unless I'm standing next to you. I'm over here. She's over there. Maybe you two might want to get a glass of wine and chop it up. Harvey's over here because once you share this information, there's no way I'm going to talk to her. And I'm going to pull my future wife over. We're getting married 24 hours later, right? I'm going to pull her over. I'm going to give her that, I'm going to put my hand over her shoulder. I'm going to whisper, yo, me and Cynthia smash. What we doing? Because it becomes a collective. We're in this together. We're married now, right? We're going to get married, right? We can't, there's no way we're going to stop this wedding. I hope not. I hope the woman doesn't react that way where, all of a sudden everything is comes into question or comes into play and you don't want to get married. I hope that's not the case. But I will share this information and I will share it with my future wife and I will let her deal with it from there. And that's my answer.
Whoa.
And we deal with this together. Because I don't want the BS. And I'm dropping dimes and I'm dropping receipts. It happened here. It happened there. This one happened.
Into detail.
This is it.
All right. I don't need all that.
I'm gonna tell you everything.
I don't need all that.
Let's get back to this wedding party. And I'm not dancing with this woman. I'm not looking at her. If you want me to go over there, I will. Because this is about you and your wedding and your day. What we doing.
Oh, that's so
But I'm telling her. Because if I don't tell her, then it's going to be catastrophic. I'm telling, soon as I walk through the door and I see this chick, I'm pulling my future wife over to the side and go, you see Cynthia right there? I was going to curse. You see Cynthia right there? We smash. And this is when we smash. I don't know how y'all know each other. I don't know this was going on. You know, I didn't know who your bridesmaid was because you didn't tell me anyway. That's the argument. You wanted to surprise me. Well, surprise.
Let me surprise you with
Cynthia and I smashed.
No, that.
What did they say?
They're saying in the chat, a lot of women are like saying no.
See?
Be love. What did Tiffany said?
See? Hold on, stop. It's always, Senny, you can almost not only use the word judge, but you can kind of, I will use the word. You can judge somebody's character, CJ, by the decisions that they make.
I'm weak. No.
And go ahead, continue on.
No, but Tiffany, yes. Tiffany Klosick, she does make a good point. She says, how have you never met these people before the wedding? How do you not know?
No. That's that's an easy one. That's easy. No,
but,
throw that out. That's easy.
I'm weak. But
that's
no,
easy. That's
I am going to say.
We wouldn't even be conversating this if that's the case. No, we keep the scenario the way it is.
I am saying, though, that, yes, you cannot know. But if you do, people usually say, because that's what I said. But I also know that people usually send out those save the dates, like, you know, those little magnets or those little postcards of your engagement photos. So if he sent that to his groomsmen, the groomsman was more likely to have seen the bride before than the bride would have seen the groomsman. So if that's adding to the situation, I also know, well, dang, the groomsman been known who I am, and he obviously, so now I'm like getting paranoid in my head because I'm like, have they talked about it before?
Senny, that's why
he hasn't told me, and this is some sort of test?
See, this is
or
you can't put this in the scenario. See,
or
adds,
like what is that? But that is the honest truth, because if I'm in the situation,
but nobody knows each other.
But it is easy for me not to know him. But it's more likely that the groomsman knows who his boy's bride is. They're getting married. It's probably on Facebook and social media. They've been together for a minute.
I understand that.
So it's like, why haven't you never said nothing? Does my husband know? I would go to my husband and be like,
wait a minute.
I would be like, did you know that
wait.
I knew Gerard?
See, again, there you go. Now everything
I would be like, you knew that did you know that I slept with Gerard?
Now everything is spinning out of control. Wait a minute.
But that's real life, Shawn.
I get the real life, but
why hasn't the groomsman said anything?
Wait a minute.
Or has he?
I'm not debating this with you. I get it, but what I'm saying is, we left one scenario for the next scenario. Wait a minute.
But it's all the same scenario.
Wait a minute.
Because it adds to your thinking process.
All right. Before we get to and thank you, Tiffany, for adding on to this. But Senny, before we do the add-on.
But that's in my thought process.
If we put in an extra picture in the story on social media. Senny, let's stay in the same lane.
But
what
Shawn,
are you doing? Hold on. Before we get back to the comments, I got you. Senny, what would you do if you walked into a room? You already shared what some of these women are saying no. We get back to the comments.
But I think they're saying no because obviously if the groomsman has seen me and hasn't said anything all this time, then maybe he's going to not say anything.
If the woman,
but now it comes into my conscience and my integrity.
Exactly. If the women, Senny, if there are women in that chat room.
But it's also my past sexual experience. Does my man need to know that?
Exactly. That's what I've been saying this for the last 10 minutes. Senny, the problem is this. If there are women in the chat room that are saying no, they're not sharing this information. Then hold on.
But maybe they're not sharing information because the guy is not sharing the information.
Hold on.
And if there's no feelings between them, then it doesn't matter.
Hold on.
I can see both sides.
Ladies, look at me.
I'm weak.
Look at me, ladies. You know, I'm not a relationship expert. 78 relationships been thrown out of 57 women houses, 3 baby mothers, married twice, divorced once. Legal divorce. Thank God to my ex-wife. May she rest in peace. If you ladies that are out there right now or in this chat room or listening online, if you withhold this information from the man that you walked into that room and you saw that groomsman and you smashed him, I don't care what type of I don't care what type of level of smash it was. If you don't share that information, 2 things. Your marriage is doomed. And what type of integrity are we working with here? So you're supposed to go on with the dinner party, right, in Cabo City, $20,000 without the steak because we didn't needed $5,000 more to get the steak. And then you're going to go on and you're going to see Craig and you knew that you smashed him. What's next, ladies? You're going to go over to Craig and whisper in the ear, yo, let's keep this between us? Because that's what you just need to do. While your beloved future husband is sitting in the corner looking like a freaking idiot. Because you and Craig are plotting this scheme.
A scheme, Shawn?
This is a scheme. How dare you, ladies, in that chat room to sit there and say you're not withholding information. You're withholding information. You're scheming.
Scheme.
You can say, Shawn, you kissed my natural black ass, and I'm going to say back, you kissed my natural black ass. You're dead wrong. How?
You're dead
For me, it would be painful to share this information, but Senny, I said it. I said I will share this information with my wife-to-be, and I'll let her deal with it. What else are they saying in that chat room before we get to your answer? Ladies, I'm ladies, I'm mad at you. I'm mad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm mad.
My chat went away. I closed the chat. Well, no, I know.
Now, Senny, back to you.
Natalie Wright, she had said she was at a wedding with a man,
right,
and a woman kept bumping into her. She told him he better fix it or else. I don't.
Senny, you walk into.
No, I mean, again.
Hold on. Senny, can you hear him?
Hey,
No, hold on a second.
I can't. I can hear. It feels like I'm hearing her through your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm having an issue. Wait.
Oh no.
Hold on a second, B. Hold on. Let me try something here.
Not Vanetta with the he better keep his mouth shut and so will I.
Hold on a second.
I
Say
mean-
something real quick.
Hello.
Oh, Senny, I gotta
Oh yeah, she sounds really
sound
low.
far because I gotta. Hold on. You know why? Because I don't have the cord. Hold on, B. Hold on.
Alright.
Hold on. Hold on, B. Senny, here's the problem. We got a problem.
Oh no. Well,
can't-
we'd have to put it.
I can't put the accelerator. Hold on a second.
Well, take it off. Is
Hold-
it on speaker?
Yeah, it's on
Take it
speaker.
off
Wait, it's
speaker.
on speaker. Wait. Let me take it off. Pause.
That might work.
That might work.
We're having
We having a problem.
an audio issue
having a problem.
with getting the
Yeah, we got a
person
little-
that's
we got a little
calling
problem.
in.
We're gonna fix it. Wait, we're just gonna do. We're
Sean's gonna
we're
fix
gonna
it.
neighbor rig it for a second.
Wow.
Hold
So
on.
Sean's
Hold on,
gonna do that.
We're gonna neighbor rig it for a second.
Do you want me?
Guys, say
Okay.
something, B.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
It's love.
Yes, I can hear
Alright,
you
go ahead,
better.
B.
Hey, girl.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, sure. So happy Wednesday, guys. Happy hump day. So glad to have you guys back. I missed you guys a ton.
We missed you.
And I just want to let you know, Sean, if I smashed Craig last night or one other night before the wedding, and I walk in and I see Craig, I've never seen him before. I ain't never seen him before. No, I am not ruining my wedding, my day, my trust for a 5-minute smash in the bathroom. That's just not happening. So I don't think it's necessary. Now, if it's a brother, something where we're always gonna be looking at each other, you know what I'm saying, over the table, I'm gonna have to come clean on that. But the other stuff doesn't really matter. It's old news. Why are we bringing up old stuff? That's just how I feel about it.
Wow.
But aren't you afraid? What if it ever come like what if it were to ever come back up? Like, what if Craig and him get into a fight one day or something happens and he's like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I smashed your girl back in the day.
I feel like I have no idea what he's talking about. He is just throwing shit in the game right now. Don't even listen to that. You know that the best thing a man could do is hit you right in the heart.
Exactly.
Don't even listen to him.
That's right.
Yo,
Hey.
Let's move on, honey. Let's move on.
Let's
talk about old stuff. It's unnecessary.
Well,
oh,
Senny J,
snap.
Senny
See,
J.
now my mind is changing because that could go too.
Now,
Deny.
Now,
I don't know who that man is.
Now, Senny.
I
Everybody,
don't know that man.
Everybody, B-Love's on the phone. Senny, this makes a great comedy skit from B-Love. But let me tell you something right now.
I used to wear a wig back in the day, babe. I don't know.
Let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now.
I like that answer. I get it.
Your husband's going to find out.
How is he gonna find out?
Because the universe, the universe is going to make that happen.
So then deny it.
B, I am, and I respect your opinions and your thought process, and you're a beautiful person, and God bless you.
Let me tell you something, Sean. The only time your husband is going to question it is if you shady all the time.
And here's the bigger issue, Senny J. Here's the bigger issue.
LaShawn said she would save it and revisit it another day. How you gonna revisit it?
Okay, now because
Talk
months later, you know, Craig was your groomsman. I had sex with him, right? Here's the bigger picture here. You guys jump on the pedestal and you blow your horn about men this and men that, and there's no good men out here, and there's a shortage of men. And boy, do you toot that horn. You're like the Pied Piper.
Listen, my future husband may have been smashing my bridesmaid, and they may not be saying anything.
You're like the scene from the March of the Wooden Soldiers. Boy, you're marching up to glory. Now, if I was marrying you and it was the day before the wedding and one of your homegirls were there and I smashed her somewhere in some club, even though this is your beautiful day, I'm, as a grown-ass man, B-Love, I'm pulling you over to the side and say, you know your whorish friend Cynthia? We smashed back in the day. You deal with that.
Not Cynthia.
Right.
Because I am not going to marry you knowing that girl that's standing no more than 4 feet away from me, that you invited to this wedding to be your, what is it? What was the bridesmaid? I'm gonna sit there and marry you knowing that me and this woman smashed. I'm going to tell you that I smashed your whorish friend Cynthia.
Why she gotta be whorish?
Okay, she's not a whore. I'm going to tell you that the responsible member of society, Cynthia, I smashed.
Yes, Sean, but
I'm going to tell you that because I can't deal with it with my conscience. I can't do it.
But a lot of women.
I understand. That's
and for you,
that's you and your conscience.
And for you to sit back on the gangster lean and marry me, knowing that you did something nasty to my man, Incredible Lou.
Not Incredible.
The Incredible Lou.
My friend is whorish Cynthia, but your boy is Incredible Lou.
who's straight nasty, and he's 2 feet away from you. And I'm marrying you, and Senny, I got the snot nose and the crying eyes like I had at my own wedding. And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna withhold this information.
But
Shame
Sean, a woman, like you keep forgetting, a woman is more likely to receive this information better than a man receiving this information. Because a man receiving the information, you have to think about the male ego, which is very precious. It's like a Fabergé egg, okay? You have to be delicate with it. And some men cannot get past that. They're going to need to think about it. They're going to be sulking the rest of the day. It's going to be a whole thing. So that's why I said I think it really depends on the temperament of your man.
What do you say? What else they saying in the chat room
It'll
before we
never
get back
be
to
the same.
before we
It'll
get back?
never be the same.
It's just- see, because I think
y'all will call the wedding off.
okay,
Not us.
B,
You
I
guys
think
will call the wedding off.
B, I think that this is a horrible example of a poor excuse. If you're going to be in this committed relationship with a marriage or any, it doesn't even marriage has nothing, even if it's just a committed relationship, you want to share this information. If the man loves you, what I just said, what did I say, B, earlier? What did I say? I said if my wife, B, I said if my wife came to me and said I smashed Incredible Lou, I'm still gonna turn up. I know you're talking about men's ego. If I love my wife to be, and she shares with me honestly, the day before the wedding, that Incredible Lou did her real dirty back in the day, I have no problems with that because I love this woman. I'm gonna marry. That was something that happened. It's a unbelievable coincidence that you smashed one of my groommen. What did I say? I'm gonna cut Lou off. I mean, it depends on Lou's situation. If he's married, he's in love, and that's another thing. So if there's a man there that you smash and you don't tell your husband to be, but he's there and he's in a loving relationship or married and happy, and you still don't share this information, that's even a worse problem.
You just said, and listen to everything you just said. You're about to get married. The man that you love and you're about to get married. The person who you smashed with, he's there with his chick. They're in love. What is the point in me coming in and oh, honey, I'm all in my feelings because, me and Craig smashed like 2 months ago while I was at my bridal shower. It's not even relevant at this point. I know I'm never going to smash him again. I know I'm never going to see him again. And I'm not going to hurt my man just to tell him. I don't see the point. Now, if it's a family member or somebody that I know, which, again, you would know that type of situation. Unless you fall in love with somebody and ultimately elope, and then you start meeting the family afterwards, and then you're like, oh, now this is a different situation. But somebody who's not even in the picture like that, to me, just doesn't matter, and it doesn't to me demand me ruining everything. The wedding is ruined. I came clean now. I'm in my feelings. I came clean. The wedding is ruined. Our relationship's never going to be the same. Their relationship is now in shambles. For what? Because I couldn't keep my loose-ass lips tied up?
Okay,
it didn't matter.
B, let me ask you this question. So then a few months down the road, you find out by some immaculate conception. Something happened. I don't know, the C's part. I don't know what happened. You find out that I smashed one of your bridesmaids.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You find this out.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm typing in the chat.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, B? How would you feel now? How would you feel then, instead of me being proactive and sharing this before the wedding, how you going to feel now, 90 days down the road, that you found out that I smashed Cynthia? Now, how you going to now what's going to happen?
Now that right there, that's where you have to suck it up.
Oh my God! What the hell? You know what I'm?
You don't even have the right to say or do a damn thing other than, honey, we gonna have to fix this, and we gonna have to figure this out because we're married now. This is where the couple thing comes in. We're married now. This is what we're doing.
How are we going to handle it now?
I'm fucking that one up.
Yeah.
I'm fucking that one up. What am I going to say and do? Fight? Yeah. What am I going to do? Fight with you? You have a kid now 3 months afterwards? And guess what? If the baby happens to be 9 months right after our wedding date, then I know what you were doing the night before the wedding. Guess what?
Well, wait a minute. No. This has nothing to do with no one.
Now you pregnant?
Yeah, now you pregnant. This has nothing to do with no bridal showers. This has nothing to do with that. So you're saying, first of all, B, thanks for your honesty. I really appreciate you on that.
Yeah,
Senny, this is a
she
woman.
said, yeah, of course.
Senny,
Absolutely.
Senny, this.
This is real talk. talk. This is what we do over here.
Right.
This is a
That's
woman.
real
This is
talk.
a woman who's just gonna hold this information,
No,
and that's it.
she knows
she's
the
gonna hold-
temperament of her man.
And
If I had a man like you, Shawn, I would tell you because I would feel comfortable in knowing how you would handle it.
So B, if you and I was together, would you tell me?
Now that you're telling me, it's all or nothing, I guess I would have to.
Of course.
But I'm just saying, if I didn't think, I would be in my primary thought process, which is I don't want to hurt us. And I know by me sleeping with someone else, I already put us at risk. But at the same time, I don't feel like that needs to continue. Sometimes you could just end it and burn the ends, if that makes sense.
Cindy, what else they saying? Everybody, B-Love's on the phone tonight, Instagram, 6 o'clock. What else they saying? I don't believe these women have this philosophy on this. What are they saying? Is anybody coming clean?
Look, they're saying smashed is the past, leave it there. It was in the
Yeah.
past. Why bother? The men, John Greer is heavy on the. You need to tell that's your partner.
Yeah, thank you, John, because there's a man in
say
that
some-
chat room.
Marcus Johnson is one of the same. I
Thank
think he's sharing that sentiment.
Exactly. Ladies, y'all. I think ladies, y'all are more corrupt than ever in these times.
How do
that we
you
live in.
feel, Prentice? I didn't really see your comment. Do you think she should tell him, Prentice?
So B, the one thing I do appreciate about you is
One
B,
woman said, "Take it to the grave."
Take it to the grave.
B is not dropping a dime on nobody.
She's not dropping a dime.
not
And she said
not
if her
on
husband
herself.
confront her, she gonna lie.
Oh,
She either gonna
wow.
lie or she gonna say, "Well, we pregnant and married now. What you gonna do?"
Oh my God.
I mean, either of those can work as well.
Now, Senny, let's get back to you. Everybody be love tonight. She's on the phone tonight, Instagram, 6 p.m. Now, Senny, what is your LaShawn, hold on, LaShawn. I'll call you right back. Let's deal with B Love.
Right.
Now, Senny, LaShawn, I'll call you back. B, you still there?
I'm weak.
I'm here.
Now, Senny, back to the original. So if you
Oh
walked
yeah,
into-
Lee Scott, I'm gonna post it for you because Lee, you got married not too long ago. Aren't you coming up on your 1 year anniversary, or they already had it?
Senny, if you walked into a room and one of the groommen you smashed years back, are you telling the husband before the night before the wedding? Because now we want to know your answer.
Yes, because the husband that I will have, he would have the emotional capacity to handle something like this, and I would tell him just to,
I'm gonna hit you with the Shawn Harvey right now, Senny. God bless you, Senny J.
I would
bless
tell
you.
him because I would just be like, and I think it's how you say it too.
Right.
And I would let him know, and we would go from there.
Well, Senny, I applaud you for your growth.
I would,
And
for
God
sure.
bless you.
Because
God
I
bless
can.
you, Senny J.
God bless.
would.
Let me clap for Senny, man.
I would. But it really does depend on the temperament of the man. But I know that the person that I marry, I want them to be like my best friend, and I know that he would handle something like that.
Well, look at you, Senny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would tell
I'm gonna
him.
marry him first, girl. We're gonna build on that best friend thing, and then I'm gonna tell him later on if it happens to come up.
Well, he has to be your friend before.
I'm just saying, my friends don't know all my secrets, and I'm just saying it's just not that serious. And that kind of discussion changes feelings. I don't care what anybody says.
Wow.
I mean, that is
Break
true.
trust.
Wow.
So-
And so
That is true. That is very true.
So there's no, listen, again, I'm not a relationship expert. 78 relationships, 57 women houses out there on out. 3 baby mothers, married twice, divorced once legally. Okay? I'm not that guy.
Right.
But
Right.
what
But
I'm
I'm
saying is
also
this.
okay with if he can't handle it. I'm okay with you walking
It's
away.
one or the other,
I'm
Cindy.
gonna be like, if you can't handle this, if this is gonna be a problem, let's just not get married and let's just not do this.
Now here's
I'm
the
okay
here's
with
the problem.
that too.
Here's the problem I have with B
I'll
Love.
still be in Cabo.
Here's the problem. Cabo's awesome. I've been there a few times. Cindy, here's the problem I have with B Love and the others. That sounds like a group. B Love and the others. There's no trust here. There's no trust at all. There's no trust in none of these relationships. These
I don't
women,
agree. I think
these
there
women
is
here,
trust. I
these
think that
women
there's
here don't
trust.
trust. These women here don't trust the fact that they could share this information with a man. And they
Some-
and they
because
and
a
they
lot
and
of
hold
men
on, hey,
can't
man,
handle
and the reasons to me, and I'm not a relationship expert, the reasons to me are very petty. on the women's point to share this information with the man. This man has to know this information. You have to. I don't have to do nothing. You have to share this information. However the man reacts, you give it to Jesus. You and all the others have a liability of trust. You don't trust because you want to, Senny J and B-Love, especially B-Love and the others, they want to control the narrative and the situation.
Oh, Lord.
They want to control the narrative and the situation. And B, the question is, are you a controlling person? Because why would you not have the faith? Why, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna be quiet and listen to you. Why you don't have the faith and the trust to give this information to a man that you love that you're gonna marry? It was something that happened years back. It was a smash, and you can't have that conversation regardless of how fragile the ego is with this man. My question is, what's up with the faith and the trust?
I think the faith and the trust comes in me giving you the information that you need. And you as my man that brings nothing to the table other than, to me, just issues. Like, you have to trust me as your partner. I'm going to give you what we need. We don't need to know that I smashed somebody a long time. It meant nothing. We're here together. Now, if there was something more to it, then yeah, I would be like, okay, we need to talk about this because, this was really a situation. But somebody that I had 5 minutes with, I just don't feel like it's that important.
Now remember the guys at the wedding. Remember this guy's a groomsman. Now hear me out. B, if you and I was in this situation, I'm gonna throw this at you, okay?
B-Love is good.
Your B-Love's a gangster. She's from she's
out here running these men.
Listen. That's why you gotta stay away from
I
these.
need to talk to you, B-Love.
That's why you gotta stay from beautiful. You gotta stay away from beautiful light-skinned women from Queens. Now, B, let me say this.
The game.
Let me say the light-skinned beautiful women in Queens, they run a lot of game. Let me tell you something.
Oh, my God.
B, if you was to share this information with me, Senny, we're gonna take a quick break. Hamburger at the Iron Mule Father's Day, June the 19th. Get that ticket. Let's go. Let's get our laugh on. B, if you was to share that information with me, right, the day before the wedding at the bridal, what's the party called again?
The rehearsal.
The rehearsal party. And you shared this information with me. You know my reaction, and most reaction with men. I'll just keep it on Shawn. B, I would love you more. I would say, yo, this chick is really riding for me. This chick is sharing information that she didn't have to. Yo, I love the ish out of you. Yo, we riding for life because I know you got my back and you are being totally transparent. It's actually a turn on. But you and all the others, B-Love and the others, have taken that away from me because you're predicting how somebody else is supposed to respond to that. I would love you more. Pause. See. I would, if that was my wife and my wife shared that with me, I would love her more for sharing that information with me.
And he might go extra hard on the smash that night.
Noted, Shawn, and I really appreciate that advice. But I think that it comes down to the man. I think that it comes down to his temperament. To what Senny said earlier,
right.
And at the end of the day, you really have to figure out how your man is going to digest this information, and if it's something worth throwing his way. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes some information you don't have to give it all up.
Now,
everybody be running their mouth like diarrhea. I'm like, plug that up. I don't need to know that.
I hear you. Now, Senny, I like what you just said, and B, like I said in the beginning, I definitely respect your viewpoints and your opinions on this issue. Senny, what you said, you was thinking like a man right now. Pause. A man will go harder on the smash that night. A man, a normal man, will embrace that and do what he wants to that woman that he's about to marry 24 hours earlier. This is something that will take the relationship to a whole nother, an average guy, to a whole nother level. It's actually a turn on if you share this information with me.
Yeah, something to think about.
Something to think about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, because these
Now,
men out
B,
here can't
Now,
handle
now,
it.
now, B, you don't think wouldn't it be a pleasant surprise if you shared this information with your husband to be, and he received this in a positive way? It turns him on more, and y'all do an incredible smash, reinforce the love and the commitment that y'all have for each other. Wouldn't this be shocking and a pleasant surprise for you?
Yeah,
All
it
right,
would
then.
be.
Then
If
try it
that's
one
the
day.
direction that it goes in. But we go all talking about a whole bunch of ifs and whens. So I'm sticking to my ifs.
Cindy, what else
If
they
it's
saying?
necessary, I will.
What else they saying?
Prentice said he don't want to know.
Okay.
He said keep that to
So
yourself.
he don't want to know if it's one of his groommen, but he don't want to know.
It's one of his
Okay.
groomsmen, but he don't want to know.
Okay.
They said, what if the tables were turned? Yes, I think I said that before. I think women receive the information better than men. I think a woman would be more forgiving. Vanetta said men can't handle the truth. Next thing, they're not trusting you, bringing it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. They can
Hey,
throw
B,
it back
listen.
in your face.
B, listen, this is what we're gonna do.
I'm
This is
here.
what, B, this is what we got B Love tonight, everybody. 6 p.m. on Instagram. B, we're gonna give you. Let's clap for B Love. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
B, we're gonna give you the last word. We're gonna listen to your thoughts, and then please let us know where we can find you at tonight, and or give us your thoughts on this particular scenario, and let us know where we can find you tonight. And Senny, what we'll do, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back. Go ahead, B. God bless you.
Okay, awesome. Well, first of all, thank you guys as always for allowing me to come on. I'm on Instagram every Wednesday, 6 o'clock, LGL Real Talk, where we talk about things like this. And to wrap it up, I think every situation depends on the people that you're dealing with. You got to know your audience. You got to know how the person's going to digest the information, and you have to figure out if it's worth it. Because I don't care what anybody says, it's going to change something. So once you're ready to make that change, be prepared for it. Other than that, let it ride. That's just my opinion. I love you guys. Happy hump day. I'll talk to you guys tonight.
All right, let's clap. Come on, man. Let's give it up for
Yes.
Senny. 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
Smacking you in the face with a clip.
Good morning.
Hold on a second, Shawn Harvey. Cindy, we're back 9 minutes after the hour. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up, team. Cindy
Okay.
J. Only place on earth. Hold on a second. Only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right, everybody. LaShawn Oliver's on the phone. God bless you. LaShawn
Oh,
Brown.
Lord
LaShawn Brown.
Jesus. This topic is crazy.
Okay. Well, let's clap for the topic, LaShawn. I said.
So,
Go ahead.
this is the thing. Oh, Lord.
Take
You
it easy.
guys, I don't think y'all can handle it. I always think that men always, they're kind of competing, always in competition. Who is better? You know, they can't believe that somebody else had it. You can't handle that truth. I don't get it. Why do you want to know? I heard what you said, but it doesn't make sense to me. Because, you know, I believe that you guys sit there and think about it all the time after you know that.
First of all, I totally disagree. Secondly,
That's fine.
and God bless you. God bless. Guys, we're going to bring the students in. We're trying to get the students and the parents in the studio, and LaShawn's going to be here. We're trying to work that out right now. And remember that Shawn
Yes.
Harvey Pretty Confidence Next Bowling charity bowling is Sunday the 26th, I believe,
It is.
of June.
June.
Bar Duns Lane, 3700 St. Nicholas, 3700
Yes.
Nicholas Street.
The
in
flyer is going to be put out soon.
Now, here's the problem I have with this. Again, Cindy J. And Cindy, thanks for thinking like a man for 30 seconds.
I mean,
The problem that I'm
Not that
having with
upsetting.
the problem that I'm having with this is that women or men, but let's keep it to the women. Who gives Shawn? How dare you have the sense of entitlement to try to control a situation when only thing you got to do is just throw it out there and let the Immaculate Conception handle it from there. You might be pleasantly surprised. Not all men are in competition. Some of us men are okay with self and can let that go and go on with our lives. If I love this woman, it's the day before our wedding. He told me that she smashed Incredible Lou. I'm going to take it as a term of endearment. I'm going to take it as, wow, she's letting me know this. I love this woman more. But because you and the others want to control this narrative.
It's not control. It's, first of all, it's none of your business.
See, control. There you go. None of business.
It's not control.
So it's none of your business. It's none of your business. So it's none of your business. So it's none of the business to the man that you're marrying. That the groom, that the dude that's standing 4 feet next to him, you smash. It's none of his business.
Why?
I'm done.
He could have smashed 20 women in the room. I don't care.
My body, my rights, Shawn.
I'm done.
My body, my rights.
I'm done. So you can't sit there and you can't say to this man, listen, I smashed this guy back in the day. 12 minutes before the wedding. You're going to hold on to that? Now he's looking at you crazy. You're both staring at each other. And this awkward moment only that y'all two know? That's
there could be women in there lined up like wallpaper. I wouldn't care. That's his business. That's his path.
Wow.
He has one like we all do.
Wow. Gangsta Boogie.
I don't care.
Gangsta Boogie.
That don't define my relationship or what I have that day.
Oh.
I don't care.
Gangsta Boogie.
She don't care, Shawn.
Gangsta
Her body,
Boogie.
her business. Did he tell her all his bodies?
So
that is definitely not my business. I don't care.
So the whole wedding's going down. Everybody's there all evening. Everybody's there celebrating. We're about to get married tomorrow.
Okay.
Groom's
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
The reverend's there. The
Let
mother's
me
there.
ask you a
Everybody's
question.
there. And everybody keeping their mouth shut.
Hit your head on the wall and calm down.
Calm
'Cause
down.
Let me ask you this question. If you're getting married and the person who's marrying you is a female and is somebody you smashed in the past because before she was a reverend, she was a little hoe, and you smashed her. So are you going to say, I can't get married because this is the person that's marrying me?
What are you talking about? What are you saying?
Oh, so you're saying if the situation were flipped?
If it was,
Yes.
I'm telling.
He said he's going to
I
tell
said
his
this
wife.
20 minutes ago. I'm telling. Yo, I smashed your homegirl, Cynthia. Go over there and handle that. I smashed her. Yeah, we smashed 5 years ago. I didn't know that this was your bridesmaid, but you need to know this.
It ain't the bridesmaid. This is the person that's about to marry you because the other reverend had to call out.
Oh,
So this is somebody who stepped in. And now you get there, and this is a person that's
LaShawn,
for the first time,
LaShawn
and you haven't
changed
seen
the
in a long
whole
time.
thing.
Are you going to say that right before your wedding?
Right.
So
She-
you're
she
saying
did.
now
She-
that the minister
I
slept
smashed
with
the
the
minister. Yeah, now, yeah, this topic got her. This
You
topic,
smashed the officiant now, Shawn.
This topic got LaShawn going bonkers right now. All right, I tell you what, LaShawn, if you want to put that in a scenario, yes, I'm gonna say to my wife, I smashed the minister. Let's get another one.
LaShawn
Let's
took
get
it all the
another
way to
one.
the minister.
Yes,
Okay.
you think I'm gonna stand there
all these
and while
people
we
home,
get
this
that,
person can't marry us.
LaShawn, then let me ask you this question.
What?
Can we keep it at the bride's person?
Now let's keep it.
Next thing you know, you smashed the mother of the bride.
Or like Senny, who smashed the waiter down in Costa Rica last year. Well, let's keep it down to that.
Smash
Now,
the waiter.
LaShawn, let me ask you this
What?
question. Let me ask you this question.
I'm just gonna throw that in there.
If the LaShawn, let's clap for LaShawn Brown. She's freaking hilarious this morning. If the minister couldn't make it and you had the replacement minister was there, and you smashed him, and he's about to marry you, you're not gonna tell your husband to be that you smashed the minister?
I do. Nope.
Wow.
Sure ain't.
Wow, dang girl, you going? You doing too much now, LaShawn.
Why do we need to know that?
Oh God, because I just it all comes down to integrity.
I'm gonna say I do, and he gonna say I do.
And then 2 months later, when he finds out that the replacement reverend you found out that you're smashed, then what?
I I didn't think it was your business.
Wow. Why get
What I
married?
did
Why
before
do
you
that?
was before you.
Before you was before you.
Wow.
I don't know, y'all.
I'm not messing with none of them.
Y'all keep
I'm
the
just
secrets in
saying.
your marriage.
Oh my God.
Because to me, wouldn't it be on your chest? Like, you know, what if you guys see each other again? Or what if their friendship grows closer after the
When
wedding
it's
and things
over,
like that?
it's over. That has
then-
nothing to do
and
with
then
nobody
Senny.
else. I
And
wouldn't
then
go
Senny.
backwards.
Senny,
When it's
she's-
over, it's over.
Cindy, she's not thinking clearly. And then what if
thinking clear.
You're not. So Cindy, check this out. When I got married,
I would tell
Cindy,
just to get
Cindy,
it out of
Cindy,
the
check this
open.
out. When I got
I ain't
married,
telling nothing.
Cindy, hear me out. She's not thinking clear, and I'm tell you why. When I got married, it's a real life situation now, right?
Right.
A few weeks after I got married, the pastor who married us,
Yeah.
he said, "Yo, I want to come over to see how you're doing." Like some type of therapy kind of.
Oh, okay, like a
the Reverend
check-in.
He wasn't checking, so he checked in. Then he called back again. Hey, listen, months later, just want to check on y'all again. Can I come over?
Yeah.
And this is in real time, in real life.
Right.
So, LaShawn, you're saying if you smash the Reverend, you're not going to tell your husband, but what if the Reverend's calling and coming over and giving your marriage counseling and talking about your marriage and God and all the things that Reverends do, you still playing along with this?
I, in all honesty, wouldn't go that far.
No,
with it.
hear me out. No, I'm
But-
asking you a question.
but-
Are you still going to participate in this madness if the pastor that you smash is coming over and giving you wedding counseling?
I wouldn't let him give me wedding counseling.
Why not?
She'd be like, no, we don't need you to come
Why?
over.
But why not? Why?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take it that far.
Why? If you're not, it's none of your husband's business. None of you not gonna tell anybody. So why don't you just go on with your wedding counseling with the
First of
pastor
all,
that married
I
you
didn't have
that you
counseling for the
smashed?
first wedding, so I don't think I would
No,
have.
I'm just throwing this
But-
scenario out. Why would you do that? Why don't you just continue on with the counseling? It's none of your husband's business. That's what you said, and you're gonna keep
It's
this
not.
information to yourself. So why you just won't go on and just have wedding counseling with the reverend that you smashed?
Because he's a person I stopped smashing for a reason. I ain't gonna take no
Okay, he's
information from him.
I'm done.
Well,
I'm done.
I mean,
I'm done.
why would she continue on with that, Sean? The point
She's still not
telling me.
the point of not saying anything is because that is done, and you know that you're not going to see that person anymore, right? So
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, it's done. I know she threw in the Reverend. I don't know where that came
Yes,
from.
but I wouldn't take the advice of the person, and I wouldn't go further.
And she doing the wet burn. I didn't do it.
Well, bottom
So
line,
we're gonna do that. Let's go all the way with it.
bottom
I
line.
truly believe that it's none of their business.
Okay, she believes it's none of their business. I couldn't deal with that stress.
Oh, man,
that's
a lot of stress to deal
that's-
with.
For
How
sure.
this stress was part of your past.
I mean, yeah, because
share it.
if
Share
they
it.
just ever, if there was ever a falling out, because to me now, though, if you're going to keep it, are you going to just reassure this with the groomsmen? Because now my thing is, what if the groomsman, he feels some way about it, and he goes and tells your man at the thing, and he's
I'd
like,
be
yo,
yeah, that happened. I wouldn't deny it.
okay.
So, but then it
So
comes
it's
back
like
to the
if
point.
he doesn't. So how would you make the decision not to say anything? Are you confirming with the
Because
groomsmen that you're not saying anything, or you just keeping it to yourself?
I just
Period.
know I will feel the same way that I'm saying it. I wouldn't want to know nothing about who he did and what he did. That's none of my business.
It's one of the
And
women. It's one of the
I don't
people.
care.
It's one of the people that are involved in the wedding.
It's one of your bridesmaids.
Of
You
course
still
we
don't
all
care?
smash.
understand
Of
that,
course we
but
all.
I
Of
don't
course we.
care.
Of
I
course
mean,
we all. Cindy, of course we all smash people that we don't need to let our current
First of
relationship
all,
know. We know that.
all know that it has to be the amount of time that they smash. It's not like it was the day before the wedding. If this is something and it's part of the past, I would leave it in the past. I believe that.
Well, God bless you.
Okay. All right.
God bless you.
Y'all out
Y'all
there
out
with them
there?
iron hearts.
That's right. That they
I wanna
pumping
be
that.
like
They
that.
pumping that ice. They pumping that ice water. Okay, LaShawn, God bless you. Remember,
I love you, LaShawn.
bowling.
Bowling for a graduate.
Yeah, they coming into the studio.
Not they coming into his
Yeah, they're
studio.
gonna come into the studio because we trying to organize folks to come in here.
Okay.
And the students
let
from
me get my mask.
and get right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. with Senny J. God bless.
Good morning, Danielle. I miss you guys.
Let's clap for
Hey,
Danielle.
Danielle. We miss you too.
So, real quick about this topic, I'm telling, and let me tell you why I'm telling.
Go ahead.
I'm telling because nobody is going to extort me about what we did. He ain't going to, the groomsman is not dangling no carrot over me, talking about our Taylor. I'm going to say it if we're not doing that. I'm telling, number one. Number two, I feel like telling is honest. You may not want to hear it or not, but I would be like, moving forward, you know that you have nothing but honesty with me because I told you. Sometimes men do have a past where they get triggered, they might have got cheated on, and they may have cheated. And so they might get all crazy. But I'd rather be like, look, I'm honest with you. I didn't have to tell you, but I did. So is this the type of marriage that you want, an honest one, or one where I'm hiding things? So I would rather just say it.
Oh, so you coming from the groomsman is
Me, my guy. You're not extorting me, my guy. No, you're not doing that.
Yo, she said, "You're not extorting me, my guy."
You're not. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna be like, oh, I remember her from Wawa. And you know, and another thing too is men talk. Men talk more than women. I'm gonna air my own business out.
right. I hear you. I probably need to take a minute. I hear you, Danielle. That's what I'm doing. I couldn't take that pressure of if that conversation. And again, it goes back to what Tiffany said. This groomsman been known who I am. You know, now it goes back to the details of the smash, because what if it was like one of those drunken one night stands and you really don't remember, it was like 10 or 15 years ago.
What I was saying.
He might not even really remember, and it comes to
like, I remember him. It wasn't even that deep. Listen, babe, it happened.
right.
And I'm gonna brush it off. Like,
Danielle, everybody. First of all, Danielle, it's good to hear your voice. I know we've been off for a few weeks, and like
y'all been going too damn long, and I don't like it.
well, you know, the universe told me to come back on Monday, and I did.
Sometimes you need a rest. Sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need to
Listen, guys, for the record, we went all the way from December all the way until 2 weeks ago. Now,
Yeah,
Danielle,
I know. Y'all were really moving. Yeah.
Danielle, it's so refreshing right now on this beautiful Wednesday morning. The birds are chirping. The sun's out. We even have a bird nest here by the window, Senny.
We do. We have a nest here.
And it's just a beautiful day outside. And Danielle, it's so refreshing to hear a grown-ass woman just keep it real. As per yourself, young lady. She got on the phone and couldn't even say, waited not even 5 seconds, said, I'm telling you. And again, ladies, you want to control the narrative. We're even going as far as minding is none of your business. Danielle, you would be the woman that I would marry, because it would be a situation. If you told me this situation, I would look at you in a loving embrace and say, this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of wife Harvey wants. And you're right. We are not going to let that other dude, we are not going to let that dude or that woman extort us out of with this situation. We're going to kill all that noise.
As my husband, if you bring it up, I'm going to cuss the dog out of you, period. Because I'm going to be like, really? Really? Because I know y'all good for that too.
That's true. She gon'
Don't
curse
bring it
you.
up. Don't bring it up.
Right. And I get that.
Once I tell you, we discussed that, don't bring it up.
I got it. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because I'm a grown-ass man and I love you. Well, if we were in that scenario. My wife be like, who?
Now we skipping through the tulips.
I got to watch the Love You. My wife be like, who you love now? Now, and you know what, Danielle? As a grown-ass man, I will accept that and receive that, and I will never bring it up. I would never bring it up. And let's go on and have our best night at our wedding party, and let's turn up.
And the slept with Toxalicious? Okay. All right. That was years ago. Way before me.
Right. And I think that people, there's always, I think that it's good to look for opportunities in your relationship. It's almost like, like when your kids do something wrong and instead of punishing them, you're like, let's turn this into a learning experience. It's almost like that with your partner. Like, you can find new ways to get deeper intimacy, deeper honesty, deeper levels of your relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's an opportunity to get deeper in your relationship. I mean, whether it's good or bad, because sometimes people, everything's all fine in their relationship. They're like, oh, we never argue or we never do this, da-da-da-da. Because sometimes they're keeping things away.
Groomsman or a bridesmaid, at some point in time before the wedding, I feel like y'all have interacted with each other at least once, whether it was a barbecue, whether it was a get together, whether it was a holiday exchange. Tell your fiance or boyfriend then before y'all even go down the aisle about being married. I feel like don't hide it till the very end.
Listen to me, everybody.
And
They all in the chat room talking about just because that's you, not every man. It's like, hold on a minute. Not every man's not like that. If that's just you, and I get it, I get it. But that's not my. That's not the. That is not. That is not the point.
Right.
You're missing the point. Everybody in that chat room. The point is you're controlling the narrative. Share the information and give it to Jesus. Extortion is a great example.
Jesus from the Bronx?
Jesus is from the Bronx. We call him Jesus in the Bronx. They call him Jesus every place else. You want to control the narrative. It has nothing. So you worrying about how the man's gonna react. That's on him. You want to marry this guy and be with the rest of your life with him? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's not. You talking about, but Shawn, every man's not gonna act like receive it the way you're gonna receive it. It's not about that.
Right.
What's wrong with you people?
It's not about how they receive it. It's just about consent. It's about putting all the information on the table.
Exactly.
Right.
It is their business.
Shawn don't know what he's talking about. Danielle, God bless you. I'm talking to the wall. But I'm loving you right now because you get it. You're a team player in your relationship. You dropping a dime on yourself.
Yeah, and you know what? And he ain't extorting me, my guy.
Right. That's hilarious. You ain't extorting me, my guy. Right. What else they saying, Senny? I know they mad, and I don't care if you're mad.
Your nephew.
Don't be mad, Shawn, and don't.
No, they're mad. They're mad at me, Danielle. They're mad at me, and I don't care. Go ahead, Senny.
Yeah, don't mind the chat room. They're doing what the chat room's supposed to do.
You can be mad at Harvey all you want. Just stand online, baby.
Shout out to Lee Scott. He said, if a homie of mine smashed April and I didn't find out about it until right before the wedding, the wedding is on pause. So he's stopping the wedding. So Lee, you're saying that if April told
Danielle,
you
God bless you.
she smashed.
That Fabergé heart of leaves is gonna crack, y'all.
I love Danielle.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, you too. Danielle is not being extorted.
Exactly.
So Lee, if April came to you at the rehearsal dinner day before the wedding and she said, "Babe, I smashed Incredible Lou. I didn't know. Right. How would I know? Whatever I know. Yeah. But I just wanted to tell you. You gonna say nah. And they had a destination wedding. Yeah,
we're in Cabo.
We're in Cabo, Lee, with it. You stopping the wedding? You telling everybody nah? You not just taking it on the chin and being like, okay, I respect your thank you for telling me and keep it pushing? Lee, well, you're the man we talk about.
Lee, you call in right now. How dare you, my beloved nephew, if your beloved April shared, is he saying that if she shared the information the day before the wedding that she smashed Incredible Lou, that is off, and you didn't know that Lou smashed, and she didn't know that Lou and her smashed? Until
Yeah,
she
Lee,
got there, bro.
she doesn't.
She didn't know.
This is why it brings it up, because I'm assuming in this scenario that went viral, I'm assuming that the woman never seen the bridesmaid, because everybody's like, oh, well, don't you have wedding lists? You meet people, sometimes you don't know their real name. What if 10, 15 years ago his name was E? She or L. She didn't know he went by Lou Evers or whatever, and that's, who's the wedding invitation going out to. And so they see them there. This is not something they knew all along while they were dating. I would imagine if this is something you found out when you were dating early, you would tell them. Would you tell somebody that if you were early in the dating?
We got to.
You meet his friend?
We got to get to the news. Lee.
I don't know. When do you tell somebody? I haven't told them.
Lee. My beloved nephew, I love you to death. You know that.
Take it on the chin.
If April shared this information 12 hours the night before the wedding, and all these parties didn't know, she didn't know, for just the prime example that Senny just said, maybe the name was changed from years ago, and she walked in there and she saw Incredible Lou, who slonged her down 5 years ago. That's your boy, and nobody knew it. And she shares this information with you, and you call this wedding off, I have a serious problem with you, my friend. And I love you to death, nephew. You let that go, and you continue to love your wife, and you marry her, because she shared that information with you. Is anybody listening to Danielle Williams? Is it even Senny J? Oh my God, she had a revelation. No, brother, you love that woman, and you marry her. What you talking about? The wedding is off. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, why do you want to be with somebody that you feel like you can't tell certain things to?
What's wrong with you people?
That would bother me. I want somebody that I can say everything to. I want to have diarrhea of the mouth. I just want to tell you everything. You know everything. Help me with stuff. Yes, there is some things. Your partner doesn't need to know everything about you. I don't think that.
I agree with you.
But, I think that could be some pertinent information.
People are 4 feet away from you.
Ooh, he said, I'm not marrying someone my homie smashed. All right.
You didn't know it, bro.
It don't matter, because that is gonna play in his head.
All right, and I respect your honesty, my beloved nephew. So we going to Cabo. We done spent this money. You in love, and everybody's there. Everybody flew in. And you're gonna say the day before you're gonna cancel because Incredible Lou ran through April. God bless.
He's not doing it.
And she shared this information with you. I hear. No, I respect him.
Yeah.
He's not with it. He says, "What you gonna do?"
Prentice said, "Did she call him daddy though?" Lee, you can take that as an opportunity to smash that encounter out of April's mind. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you put in that real work.
All right.
Lou wasn't putting in that work like that 10 years ago.
Exactly. And
Shawn made it 5. I said 10.
And what if Incredible Lou is there with someone else that he loves?
Yeah, what if your boy is already married and happy and doing his own thing?
So you're going to ruin the whole situation because of that? I hear you. I respect you, my beloved nephew. If you're going to call, and then Senny, he's going to call off the wedding. They still got another 3 days in Cabo.
Right, you still got.
So you
going to fly home too?
So you're going to be in Cabo for another 3 days. The wedding's off. Everybody's there. Everybody's pissed off. Even Lou is like, yo, bro, what are you doing?
Bro, just marry her, bro. I don't even remember, bro.
Even though I touched the vagina 7 years ago, it means nothing.
It meant nothing to me, bro.
It meant nothing, bro.
I'm surprised you even married her, bro. No. I don't know.
You doing that, nephew?
Wow, Lee.
Wow.
Well, I guess April's not telling you. She ain't telling you.
I hope April's not listening to this, bro.
No, she wouldn't have done that. I mean, this is a very precarious situation, but it can happen. It happened to someone.
Senny, quick 30-second break news. We'll be right back. We'll shout out to him.
It's DJ Young and Nut.
You saw that comment?
Yo, Princess, bro. Bro. Yo, Princess.
Princess said you married.
Go ahead, what did he say? I read it, but go ahead. What did he say? Go ahead. For the people who's not in the chat room, what did he say?
Shawn, you marrying a woman that called your man daddy?
Hold on. First of all, I want to say this. Let me tell you how much I love Princess Cox Report. There's a shirt here that says Mr. Robinson. Senny, move out the way so they can see this Mr. Robinson. Matter of fact, you don't got to move. There you go. Look at that. Mr. Robinson right there.
That's Princess Cox.
Pause. Or no pause. You see that right there, bro? I love you, bro. And I'm going to take another 30-second break, and then we're going to shout out the room, and then we're going to do a quick story and get out of here. Princess, I don't give a damn if my wife calls somebody daddy or poppy or whatever back in the day, even if she got dragged around or slutted out, bro. That don't mean nothing to me. Like LaShawn Brown Oliver said, that's in the past, bro. Because we could flip that. How many mommies and all kind of meat-eyes and all kind of sexual endearment terms I've said to a woman? No, bro. I'm okay with that. You could have called the next 4 guys Poppy or Daddy. I'm cool with that.
I'm weak.
What's good with that, bro? Or the question, Prince, is, are you cool with that? We'll be right back. All right, we're back 39 minutes after the hour. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team with Senny J, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. God bless. Senny, we're going to shout out the room. We're going to show you guys some love, and then we're going to do a quick news story. We're going to get out of here. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number 2 if you're not. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you're enjoying the show. Put a number 2 if you're not. Put a number 1 if you don't give a damn about Harvey. Put a number 2 if you don't. All right, Senny, we're going to shout out chat room. We're going to show them some love. Without you guys, we're going to be here. And thank you so much, guys, for participating. Everybody else online that's listening to the show only, we want to shout out you guys. Thank you so much to folks over there on YouTube and all type of other platforms and all our affiliates. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We need to see the hearts in the chat room. We want to show you guys some love.
Oh, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at?
In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? Senny, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey,
where the hearts at?
Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts at?
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts come on.
Turn down for what?
Hey,
where the hearts at?
Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts come on.
Turn down for what?
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 For what? Hey.
For what?
Senny, one more time. Are they putting the hearts in the chat room?
Yeah.
Oh,
where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at?
Senny, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey,
where the hearts at? Where the hearts at?
Oh, where the hearts come on.
Turn down for what?
Hey,
where the hearts at?
Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts come on.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Oh, where the hearts come on.
Turn down for what?
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 For what? Hey.
For what? Hey, y'all. Shout out to all of you guys in the chat room. We have some new listeners in there. We appreciate you. Shout out to Lakeisha Berglund. Hey, Lakeisha. What's going on?
Lakeisha, we got work to do. We got the Father's Day Comedy Jam that's at the Iron Mule, and we have the bowling tournament at the Bar Duns Lane on 26th June.
Yes. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to a new listener, Darlene Hendricks, hey, Darlene. How are you? How'd you hear about the show? And share it. Share it to all your friends.
God bless.
Shout out to Bernadette Chisholm. Hey, Bernadette. What's going on,
Keep those hearts
girl?
going in the chat room. Bernadette.
to see you.
Bernadette love this show.
She do.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Younganut. Hey, Younganut. What's going on?
Keep those hearts coming in the chat room, guys.
Shout out to Ginger Snaps. Hey, Ginger. Hey, girl.
Ginger, God bless you. Ginger, we need you in the building.
Shout out to Kathy Garrison. Hey, Kathy.
Kathy, love this show.
What's going on? And I love Kathy. I said I'm
bless
sitting
her.
with her at the next show.
Keep those hearts coming, guys, please.
Shout out to Danielle DeQueen Garland. Hey, Danielle.
Who's that?
Danielle DeQueen Garland. Are you related to Barbie girl? How are you?
And welcome
Shout
to the
out
show.
to Barbie. Yes, listening as well. Shout out to Dawn Smith. Hey, Dawn. Good morning.
Well, let me give one shout out to my man, Steve Ice. Yo, Steve, thank you so much for listening, brother.
Hey,
Truly
Steve.
appreciate you. Look forward to working with you this summer with your family reunion. That's my man, Steve. God bless you, guys.
Is that your man? Hey,
I'm
Steve.
sorry.
Shout out to LaShawn Haynes Jones. Hey, LaShawn. What's going on? Okay. Oh, okay. So you part of the family, Danielle? She said, yes, that's my auntie.
Awesome.
Okay. Hey, girl.
Shout
hey,
out to
niece.
Barbie Cologne. God bless.
Yes. Shout out to Marlene Brown. Hey, Marlene. What's going on?
That's the homie right there.
That is.
Yes, Marlene, God bless you.
Shout out to Prentice Cox. No pause. Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
There you go.
How are you? Shout
Prentice
out
has
to
been
Prentice.
out of control today in this chat room.
He is. He's
Good.
been very out of control.
Yes,
but
yes.
he don't want to know. He said keep that ish to yourself.
Wow.
So what is he keeping to himself?
Right.
That's what I want to know. Shout out to the godfather of solar, Tracy Ray. Hey, the godfather. The godfather, do you want to know?
Do you want to know? Do you want to know?
I don't know what you said.
If your future wife smashed your groomsmen
Yeah,
before
put
the
it in the chat.
wedding,
I don't think I
the
seen
wedding's
that.
the next day. They smashed a few years back. Do you want to know that?
Let me know. Shout out to Tiffany Klosik. Hey, Tiffany. What's going on, girl? Shout out to Sonia Murray. Good morning, Sonia. How are you?
And Danielle Williams brought up a great point. She share it. She don't want to hear it no more ever again.
Right.
good.
Don't.
That's
Just put that in your little lockbox
And just
in
leave
your
it
brain.
there. Yep.
Shout out to Danielle. Good
Yep.
morning. Shout out to Vanetta George. Hey, Vanetta. She taking it to the grave.
She's taking it to the grave.
She don't want to
Shout
hear
out
nothing
to the
about it.
ambassador of the chat room. She don't want to. Oh boy.
That's
okay.
right. That's Vanetta.
That's what
She
I'm
don't-
talking about.
I don't want
Go
to hear
ahead.
nothing about it. Shout out to Dira Jackson. Hey, Dira. What's going on?
Dira, God bless you. I got some news about comedy show in New York City. Okay, so you ain't got to come. I'm coming to New. Guys, I'm coming to New York.
Shout out to Nicole Harris. Hey, Nicole. Good morning. Shout
Nicole,
out
what are
to
you doing? You sharing this information with your beloved husband that you smashed one of his groommen the night before the wedding? I mean, the wedding is the next day. You smashed the groomman 2 or 3 years ago. You letting him know?
She ain't letting them know.
Or you controlling the narrative?
Shout out to Audrey A. Johnson. Hey, Audrey. Shout out to Shamika Love. Hey, Shamika.
What's Shamika doing? She ain't telling.
I think she's not telling. I
Okay.
think she said she's not saying it.
She's not
Or
there.
did she say she was going to say something?
Shamika, what you doing?
I think she's not telling. Shout out to Marcus, Mr. One Emoji Johnson. Hey, Marcus.
God bless.
Shout out to B Love, LGL Real Talk tonight at 6 on Instagram.
Let's clap for B. That
Shout
was-
out to B Love. She ain't saying nothing.
She is.
And if you asking her about it, she either gonna lie or she's saying we're married now. So what you gonna do about
Wow,
it?
she sure.
And I'm pregnant. So
She sure did say that. That's just what she said.
she gonna say one or the other, depending on the situation.
Yep.
So she ain't worried about it. Shout out to Randy Montgomery. Hey, Randy.
Randy, God bless.
Shout out to Diane Hall. I said,
Diane Hall.
hey, Diane.
God bless you, Diane.
Shout out to Natalie Wright. Cal Stewart. Hey, Cal. Shout out to Shauna J Music, who is with us. Sean, she is telling. And she said her and Mitch are getting married.
Oh.
So shout out to you guys. I think she said in a month or two or in
good.
August. So that is so great. You and Mitch are already, you guys already act like you're married. So this will just be another continuation on.
Keep those hearts coming in the chat room, guys.
Shout out to D Lion. What's going on? Darrell, I forgot how you say it again. Shout out to Beanie Green. Hey, Beanie. She said she's taking it to her grave.
Wow. Wait, Beanie
Beanie.
Green
Yeah.
says
Beanie.
she's taking this to the grave.
Yeah, but I believe that she don't even have her profile picture. So
Yeah, so right. You don't even. Yeah, you got a silhouette up there, so we know you're taking it to
so
the
we
grave.
know she's taking it to the grave.
Which I think that Beanie has love for this show as well. But I'm gonna say this: this is your podcast morning king / your uncle, young lady. Shame on you. Shame on you. And y'all could be mad at me as well. Y'all want to chat room. Go ahead, Senny. Shame on you, young lady.
Not the shame.
Shame on you.
Shout out to D-Lo. Hey, D-Lo. What's going on?
D-Lo, God bless.
Shout out to Trina Pinkard. Hey, Trina.
Trina, you telling? What you doing?
Trina, are you telling?
I don't think Trina's telling. She's not one of them.
Trina, are you telling your future husband that you slept with his groomsmen? I don't think Trina's telling.
Yeah, she's not.
Trina gangster like that.
Yeah,
She
I
like
don't think
B-Love.
so.
She gonna deflect.
Yep.
Shout out to Deborah Bass. Hey, Deborah. You still there? Love you, Deborah. I used
Who's
to work
that?
with her. She's like the sweetest person ever. I used to work with her over at Wyndham. She's a real estate agent. So if you guys are in the Poconos, need an agent, go see Deborah.
Okay. God bless you, Deborah. Thank you.
Shout out to Tim Harriott. Hey, Tim. What's going on? First of all, I won't, but nah.
What do you
Yes,
mean?
Trina.
First of all, what?
No, you didn't know that you seen at the rehearsal dinner, you just seen the groomsmen for the first time and you realized you had slept with one of them back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Like, let's say
Would you
5
tell your
years
husband?
ago.
I
Like
think
5
she was
years
saying, no, I wouldn't sleep with a groomsman. Yes. No, we know
Of course
that.
you wouldn't sleep with him, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you realized that you slept with him back in the day, would you tell your man?
And it's the night before the wedding.
That's the night before the wedding. The night before. Like it's at 5 o'clock. The wedding's tomorrow at 10. Less than 12 hours. Shout out to Naroma Johnson. Hey, Roro. What's going on? Oh, Trina said you would tell. Okay. You would tell.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yes. You're with me and Sean. Shout out to my sister Maya. Talking about what it do. Hey, Maya. Good morning.
Well,
what are you up to, girl?
Oh, she's young. How old is she again?
Maya, she's 30.
Yeah, she's young. What it do?
You're 30, right, Maya?
She's young and
She's
full of
29.
life.
She's either 29 or she's about to
Yeah,
turn
good
30.
for her.
So,
You know,
yeah,
she's
shout
out there
to you,
living
Maya.
her life.
No, I don't think she's 30. I think this year she's turning 30 on the 24th. Right, Maya?
Is she at 29, 30 years old? Because I don't know the world of a 29 and 30-year-old. Bring me into that world. Is she in a relationship or she's out there smashing?
No,
What does
she's
29-year-olds do?
single, exploring the land.
So
she's turning 29. My bad,
okay,
girl.
so she's 28, turning
She's
28.
28.
So do the 28 and 29 years old, what are they doing out there? They're smashing? What's going on with them? I know they're working.
Maya,
she's
what
working,
are you doing?
right?
Yeah, she's working.
So she's working,
She's living her
hardworking.
single life.
Okay, single. So what does a single 28, 29-year-old do? What's that world like, see?
Just hanging out, doing her. She has no cares in the world. No children.
Oh.
No man.
Oh.
Living by herself. I be trying to get her to babysit.
Oh.
But my kids are bigger now. They don't need a babysitter no more.
What's the beverage of choice for a 29-year-old? Is the Hennessy and all that? Is she a Hennessy drinker? Or how's that work?
Yeah, Maya, my sister, my family, we drink. She get down with the get down. She's all with the Casamigos. She do the Henny. She'll do some wine.
Right. Is she one of those types, 29, 28 years old, get twisted and smash, one-night smashes and all that? Because young folks love to smash, right? And they supposed to.
Maya's a little bit more conservative, but I don't know what she out there doing.
Okay, cool. Continue.
I don't live that life.
I want to know what a 29.
I'm envious.
I
You want to
really
know what you want to know what a 28-year-old doing?
Yeah, I don't know the world. So I'm asking a question. I don't know what the 28-year, 29-year-old
Really
do. I don't know what's going
but
on.
she works a lot,
Okay.
so I don't really. She works a lot.
So what is the 28, 20? Like that's like Snapchat and all that. That's like
Snapchatting,
and
TikTok, all
okay.
forms of
All right.
social media.
All right, there you go.
All of that is going on. Filters,
A lot of
filters.
It's unbelievable. A lot.
Shout out to Desiree Annette Joyner. Hey, Desiree, are you a new listener? Shout out to you. How did you hear about the show?
Yeah, tell us,
and
please.
are you sharing it? Shout out to Darren Taylor. Hey, Darren. Shout out to I think we got everybody.
Well,
Shout out to Julius Galashaw.
Hold on a second. I would assume that your sister, yes, is working and very in a productive member of society. I get that, but what's the mindset Because when I was 28 years old, a lot of community peanuts, a lot of destruction, a lot going on. A lot of ego-driven decisions in my life when I was that age. I do remember that. I just want to know what the mind. You shared that TikToks, a lot of filters, a lot of like. Are the 28-year-olds? Are they upbeat? Are they concerned about the environment? Are they concerned about silly things that when they get older they don't?
She's not concerned about the environment.
Okay.
Well, sometimes she recycles, but she's not concerned about politics.
Desiree said LaShawn Oliver's her sister. Wow.
Oh, that's your sister? Okay, so we family, girl.
So there's no social conscience, because I would figure for the young folks from 18 to 30, there's a lot of social issues. There's a lot of conscious awareness. There's a lot of like save the squirrels kind of thing. None of that?
Yeah, but she's kind of like, that don't really concern me. You know, she's pro-life. She thinks people should get abortions.
That's cool.
Whatever you want your body.
I'm pro-life.
She's all about the LGBTQIA plus community.
Oh, me too.
She supports all of that.
All right.
But she's not like grassrooting any organizations or,
like
in
that.
the streets.
Okay.
Unless there's some liquor going on.
Oh, no doubt. Well, then I could actually be a 28-year-old for like a day, because
you could be a 28-year-old out here.
I'm kind of in tune with those subject matters. I think,
right.
As far as, but I think it's more vigor with a 28-year-old than me at 57. Like, what do you think? Like, they
have more energy.
More energy. They all in it or not, right? What's
every 28-year-old is.
Do
different.
they go to? What time do they go to sleep? What time do a 28, 29-year-old go to sleep? How does that work?
She goes to sleep early. She works.
Right, right. Oh, so that goes back to the.
But there is a lot of like partying midweek. You know what I'm saying? Like we can instantly do a Wednesday night turn up, no problem.
Right, that's what 28. See, that's what I need. I need a 28-year-old, not your sister, anybody, just to call in, because I need to know what that life is about. We'll find one, right? So a 28-year-old is more subject, especially without having kids, more subject to just get up at 9 o'clock at night and just go out somewhere.
Right.
Wow.
I'm weak.
That's it, Senny?
Yes, you guys make sure you share the show. We are on everything. We're on Apple. You can search us on podcast. We're on iHeartRadio platform. Comedy World Net distributes us. Facebook, YouTube. We have a TikTok. Go join us on there. Everywhere.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Senny. I think we're done. You got a quick story, or we out of here?
No, we can end it. It's fine.
Okay, cool. So, guys, remember, put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show this morning. Put a number 2 if you didn't. We truly appreciate you guys so much. And Senny, just show note, everybody get your Father's Day tickets. The super hilarious hamburger will be in the building at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Doors open up at 5 p.m. Showtime 6. Father's Day. Let's get our laugh on. DJ Hot Sauce on the 1s and 2s, and also somebody's texting me. Also, great food menus, drink menus. So come on out, Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive. Father's Day comedy jam with the super hilarious hamburger, and also come on out to the Bar Duns Bowling. That's June the 26th. Charity bowling event once again has arrived. The Shawn Harvey Morning Show also partnering up with Pretty Confidence, and we're gonna have bowling for charity. So we look forward to that. And also, Senny, we have some of the students that's gonna come in. We want to do it where we want the students to come in. Hopefully their parents could come in, because when our last charity event, we raised money for students for their books and supplies that are graduating from high school, going to college. So instead of just giving them and taking a picture and giving them whatever we have, we want them to come in. Okay. And we want to talk to the young folks, and we appreciate that. So you guys stay tuned for that. We're going to get a date for that. We're going to have these young folks in here to receive the donation and talk to them. So, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Senny, we're going to get on out of here, and we see you guys tomorrow. Senny, wave at that third camera if you don't mind.
See you later.
God bless you guys. We are out of here.
Bye.
Yes, sir.